Hello, beautiful one. Thank you for showing up to journey with us today. And there is a conversation that is wanting to come forward around authenticity. And you may have for a while wanted to be in your own sovereignty. It's like there's this prompting right now energetically for every single being to move into greater sovereignty. And this idea also of honoring of free will, which links directly with the sovereignty. When a being is sovereign, it's allotted its ability to choose for itself and determine for itself. It doesn't have to be under someone else's control. And so feel into how much you actually value sovereignty, how much you actually value choosing for you. And if you're someone who's been for a while choosing to move into greater sovereignty, and it's like I'm being shown this idea of really wanting your sovereignty to be honored by others, wanting others to honor your sovereignty. What's happening with that is interesting. When we want another to do something, we actually give them a nugget of our power, which is the opposite of the sovereignty we're actually wanting. We give them responsibility to honor us, to honor our choice. And then because we've given some of our power away, we've opened this door, this window to the not sovereign. And we maybe weren't even conscious that we did that by wanting another to honor our choice to be sovereign or our choice to be anything. So energetically and metaphysically, we want to make sure we're in energetic integrity with the sovereignty that is our birthright. Because when we're in energetic integrity with the sovereignty that is our birthright, both consciously and unconsciously, we will experience that the sovereignty is being honored. Now, explaining this is sometimes challenging to get the mind to understand it, but let me do my best here. This idea came in the other day that one of the reasons many of us are choosing to be a sovereign being, but still bumping up against a conflict where, well, this one's not allowing me to be sovereign. I'm choosing to be sovereign, but this one keeps crossing the boundaries. Well, play with the idea that you've hired this one to cross the boundary so you could see there's an open door, an open window. I need to close. And it's all about you holding the responsibility to ensure that your energetic fields, that your consciousness is aligning and agreeing with on all levels the sovereignty that you're choosing. Because when it is, this one won't be able to cross the boundary. It just won't be a vibrational match. So how do you do that? Well, one of the ways is to first recognize the first piece we brought forward. You don't want to give anyone else the responsibility for your boundaries to be honored, or for you as a being to be honored, for your choice to be honored. You want to hold that nugget of power, that energetic responsibility at the level of your higher self for you. And you want your body to do the same, your teams to do the same. Ideally, you invite them to join you in that. So we're going to bring in an energetic process for that. And then we're going to speak to the second layer of this. We invite you at the level of your higher self, body, Davis, higher self, and teams, if you choose, to work with the energetic fields and the guides to reference every single place in space and consciousness where you gave away the responsibility for you as a being to be honored, for your boundaries to be honored, for your choice to be honored by another. Retrieve all that responsibility back to you, holding it at the level of your higher self, body, team, same. And you might just imagine taking a deep breath in while your higher self brings all that responsibility, which is your power, back to you, back to holding it at the higher self level. You get to hold the responsibility for your boundaries being honored as the sovereign being that you be, point of inception, heart of source. You are given free will free will to choose how you run your energy. And in the oneness way, the divine design, all your energy is actually used on you, for you, to shift you, to evolve you, to maintain and sustain you, to make sure your boundaries are honored, is one aspect of that. So let your higher self do that part. Your higher self knows how to recalibrate your energetic fields, to reweave your energetic fields in a way where now you're vibrating at, resonating at, this aspect of life is choosing sovereignty, is choosing to be honored, because you're holding the responsibility to honor you. And then you can take that a step further and every single day honor something about you, celebrate, appreciate something about your essence, your kindness, your integrity, your awakeness, your presence, your light, your sparkle. Appreciate it, value it. And that's you honoring you. And then you set the tone. It's like you're informing life of what to do, what to reflect back to you. And then the other aspect of the sovereignty is this idea of doing unto others as you would have done to you. That's really all about this idea of cause and effect. It's like, are you getting attached to others, wanting them to choose something differently than what they're choosing? And that is you then engaging in a not sovereignty dance or a not sovereignty practice. You're encroaching on their sovereignty as a being, their free will choice to be and do whatever they choose. Now, we're not speaking in terms of behavior where somebody's attacking you and you just let them. That's not the level we're speaking on. We're speaking to the energetics, other dimensions. When we want for another to be different, we take our energy and place it on them. We've just now crossed a boundary into the not sovereign. And we've now communicated to all life that we're functioning from the not sovereignty. That gives then other life permission to be that way with us, because that's what we're doing to another. So if you're really choosing the sovereignty, you have to be really diligent and authentic in ensuring that you are in the energetic integrity with sovereignty in all ways, in your relationship with yourself and in your relationship with others. Because as soon as you cross a boundary into not sovereignty, your frequency goes to that resonance, and now you're on that playing field where you've now given permission for others to cross a boundary for you, to basically inform you that you're crossing a boundary somewhere in some dimension where you express yourself. It's feedback, it's information. So inviting you at the level of your higher self, body's higher self and teams, to work with the energetic fields and the guides to scan for everywhere you've placed attachment on others, trying to choose for them, i.e., wanting them to be different in some way, wanting them to choose a different way of being, a different way of relating to others, i.e., more kindness or more patience or more love or more sovereignty, and retrieve all that attachment, that wanting, that desire off of others, clean it, recalibrate it, re-embed it on you, for you, you, body, and teams, all getting in the sovereign energetic stance in relationship to others, so that you're honoring their sovereignty. And then you're also honoring your own sovereignty by honoring their sovereignty, because by you honoring their sovereignty, you're engaging your energetic fields in a sovereign energetic stance that then puts you in the vibration and calling to you the honoring of your sovereignty. You're basically saying, I'm choosing sovereignty because you're not crossing a boundary, wanting for another. You're only wanting for your own sovereignty. You're only wanting for your own alignment, your own kindness. You're valuing the kindness that flows within you more. And that actually, that act of self-love, that act of honoring self becomes a type of boundary because you're then calling to you that which honors you. So there might be a lot to unpack in that energetic conversation, but it's an important one. It's an important one to revisit because each time we do that practice, we'll hear it a little bit differently. It'll kind of break through the limitations of the mind that has been perceiving from a place of separation for so long, where you start to see it through a different lens. You start to connect to it and own it in a greater way, to where you really get, oh, if I want sovereignty, I have to make sure I am sovereign in all my relationships. I don't want for another to be different. I don't try to choose for them. I don't tell them they should be a certain way. No, they get to choose whatever they want for themselves. I'm going to honor their free will because that is the keystone of sovereignty. And I'm so grateful I have free will. I'm so grateful I get to choose for me what I want, wish to be, do, and have, how I choose to run my energy. And I choose to be in energetic integrity so that that is what I experience more of. We invite a balancing and stabilizing of all your energetic fields, updating all grids, all reference points, all ways in which you perceive and are perceived. We are currently in an energetic birth canal, and we will be doing a transmission of light for the solstice on Sunday, the 21st. It's a 75-minute transmission of light that will be action-packed, the guides are saying. We have waited lifetimes for this time. There is so much to garner from this particular corridor, and we're going to make the most of it. So if you'd like to journey with us, we'll put a link below. We encourage you to check it out and to feel into whether it resonates for you to be riding this wave in an empowered way, in a connected way, in a sovereign way. And we look forward to connecting with you all again very soon. Much love, and may you navigate this corridor, this birth canal, in your optimal way, in a way where you get to unpack the inner treasure you've waited lifetimes to get your hands on. Much love.